Hello and welcome to 0 Point Energy, where the 0 Point will be talking about and just as much energy. I'm Sean.
And this is Jorge.
And tonight we're going to be talking about one of the funniest, stupid movies to come out from the early 2000s, late 90s. I think this came out in 2002, and it is The New Guy, starring DJ Qualls, Elijah Dushku, Eddie Griffith, Cool Mo D, Henry Rollins.
Wait, who?
Henry Rollins, Cool Mo D.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Jermaine Dupri.
Also,
Lyle Lovett, Zoe Deschanel.
I love Zoe Deschanel. Tony Hawk,
Horatio Sands, the O'Connell brothers.
Oh, God. Horatio Sands.
Jane Simmons.
That was weird. That was... Gene Simmons should not play a Christian reverend. Just, no. He's the main frontman of KISS. No.
Oh, you got Tommy Lee playing himself.
Ooh, and a couple of different cameos. We had Vanilla Ice, I believe?
Yes, Vanilla Ice is in here as a Sam Goody employee.
Oh, God, Sam Goody.
Yeah, Sam Goody. No longer around.
Geez.
Who else you got? We have Elenia Douglas playing a teacher. And she's a weirdly hot teacher in this movie.
Yeah, it was weird. It was, yeah.
God, who else is in this wonderful? The Sonny Mulberry's in this.
Who the hell's that?
She played Courtney, the slutty cheerleader.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, I remember.
And then the soundtrack. The soundtrack is just... It's a fun nostalgia trip for our teenage years. This is all late 90s, early 90s, pop punk stuff.
Yes, but
Mostly.
not just that. It's also got the funk stuff from the 70s.
It's weirdly mixed with some of the great 70s and 80s funk hits.
Yes.
A little bit of disco.
A little bit. Not much, but yeah. I mean, it's a great movie. I definitely wanted to buy the soundtrack until I found out that some of the songs in the movie were not on the actual soundtrack, which sucks. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, like, the song New Guy by Mystical is not actually on the soundtrack. It's on the soundtrack album. It's not in the movie.
Unfortunately.
But I'm Just a Kid, The Simple Plan, You Really Got Me by Eve 6. Those are in there. I don't like the Eve 6 cover of You Really Got Me.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. Like, it just... I grew up with Van Halen.
Okay, I get that. I love Van Halen. I like both songs, though, honestly. Each one hits a different part of my soul. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Green Day, Outsider.
I don't remember that one, actually.
That's a good song. I'm hard-pressed to think of the lyrics on the top of my head. It's one of those, I know it when I hear it songs, but I know it's a good song because I hear it and I'm always like, yeah, this is a great song. I can't tell you what any of the lyrics are, though. Of course, you got stuff that is obvious, like super radio hits from the early 2000s, like Rock Superstar, Cypress Hill, Click Click Boom, Saliva. And you can't do any movie that has a good soundtrack without throwing Phil Collins.
God damn it. Okay, they had In the Air Tonight. I love the song, but the way they did it was a little eh.
It was perfect.
Moving on. So, all in all, the movie is fucking awesome.
Yes.
Oh, just one late mention, because I remember. We had Jerry O'Connell from Sliders fame.
Yes, that's it. Charlie O'Connell, too, also from Sliders fame. Both of the O'Connell brothers are in here.
Really? I don't remember Charlie.
Jerry is in the first few seasons. Charlie is in the last couple of seasons.
I'm checking. Hold on.
Yeah, see?
Okay, shit. You're right.
Yeah, he played Colin.
Alright, fine.
Oh, yeah. You also have you got the Hoff.
At the end of the movie, but yes.
At the end of the movie, yeah. Josh Todd, the crackhead William Dafoe.
Crackhead Willem Dafoe?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I remember what you're talking about. I disagree, but moving on. This motherfucker was trying to get me to remember Willem Dafoe by saying Jesus 2. What the fuck is Jesus 2?
I couldn't think of the goddamn movie.
God damn it. It's The Last Temptation of Christ, okay? Good movie, by the way. Go watch it. Even if you're not religious. Like, it's a good movie.
You also got Master P. Who else is it? C Murder. Kyle Gass. I forgot he was in here too. It's a small part. There's one, like so many of these cameos are literally blink and you miss them.
Like that's the thing though. Like, was this? Do you want to be in the movie, or was it like, hey, you already got my friend over here. He invited me over. Let me be in the movie. All right, go for it. Like, I wonder what it was. You know?
I think it's a bit of both. Like, I think it's a lot of, hey, you want to be in my movie? And then it's a lot, hey, I hired your brother, so, you want to be in it too?
Okay.
Or, hey, I know you're filming something next door in that big studio. You pop over for a few seconds, and one line. I just need one line from you.
Like, I remember a lot of people wanted to do that for the new Star Wars trilogy they were doing with Disney. Like,
yeah.
A lot of people have, like, uncredited, like, they were stormtroopers
and
shit.
Yeah, like half the stormtroopers are, like, actual big-name actors. Like, they had half a line, and the stormtrooper helmet has a voice modulator in it, so like, you don't hear them anyways.
Exactly, yeah.
But, yeah, like, you just go through this list of fucking cameos, like Silk the Shocker.
I mean, there's... I'm pretty sure they're missing a couple even themselves, right? I mean...
There are a couple who are missing on here. Like, John Rodriguez. Like, I don't remember him even being in this movie. So, he's got to be another one of those blink and you miss him cameos. Same with Valerie Rodriguez. No, Valente Rodriguez.
Anyways, so... we have DJ Qualls playing his basic... like, what he always plays. A guy who is not very good at what he does, or he's not good looking, and he thinks he's all that when he's not, and then somehow he becomes all that, and everything starts opening up the world.
Yes. And relatively early in the movie, you get what's essentially the tagline for the movie, which is Eddie Griffin talking to DJ Qualls and telling him how prison and high school are exactly alike. The sex you want, you're not getting. The sex you're getting, you don't want.
And as I've heard from different prisoners I've met, it's true. It's very, very true. So, unfortunately, I have been to prison. It's called high school. I didn't know it until I watched this movie. I feel traumatized, people. Traumatized! No, okay, I'm done.
I think one of the best parts is, like, everybody always talks about this social hierarchy, the tiered structure of schools and how the cliques are laid out. And the school in this movie literally has a terraced plaza that the kids have lunch at outside. There literally is a tiered social hierarchy.
It was so on the nose, I kind of hated it, but at the same time, I was like, okay, you know what? I respect it. Whatever. Go for it.
Especially since they have so many calls to the, get off my level, bitch, you're beneath me.
Exactly. One of my favorite parts of this movie is the little tuba man. I don't know what his name is. His movie.
Yeah.
His name
it is Matt Goggin playing Ed Liggett, tuba.
That's it.
You always got to say the full name, the character's entire name, and his position on the band. It's Ed Liggett, tuba.
This motherfucker kept getting bullied, and then suddenly DJ Qualls swoops in, brings him up to the top of the terrace, and then says, he's a good guy, leave him alone, and then gives the not titular, but like specific thing that Eddie Griffin taught him, crazy eyes.
Yep, crazy eyes.
And then things start changing, and this is the most inclusive high school anyone's ever seen, because there's less fighting. Like, okay, DJ Qualls is basically the equivalent of a high school Jesus.
Yes.
Like,
With a little bit of Brad Pitt's Fight Club and a little bit of Anne Heche.
God damn it. That's a joke from the movie, people.
Did that sound gay?
Yes! God damn it!
Oh,
God damn it.
I love Perry Shen playing Glenn in this movie. Just, like, every other line out of his mouth is just something very, very just sus. And then, wait, does that sound gay? Or he'll say it, and then, okay, even I heard at that time, that was really gay. And Zoe Deschanel as Nora. It's just a good role for her, but so many people forget she's even in this movie.
How could they?
Because she doesn't look like herself.
Yes,
she doesn't have the bangs. She doesn't have dark hair, and she's not talking out of the side of her mouth the entire time.
Okay, she's not as awkward. I'll give you that. And again, everything else you said. But at the same time, it's still her. You can tell it. It's like, you look her in the eyes. It's her.
She looks like her sister Emily so much more in this movie. Like,
I hate you.
In this movie, Zoe Deschanel's character looks so much more like Emily Deschanel's character from Bones. I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong, but you're also not
Like
right.
One of those, like, I get it. They're genetic sisters. Of course, they look alike. They're only a few years apart in age. Yes, they look a lot alike. But in this specific role, you could be forgiven for thinking this is an early Emily Deschanel movie and not an early Zoe Deschanel movie.
Yeah, I'm not going to forgive you for that. No. He literally made that mistake. I told him, no, it's Zoe.
I just got the name wrong. I knew it was Zoe.
Let me put it this way. Okay? If Scooby-Doo had been made a little earlier than it had been, okay, Zoe Deschanel would have made a perfect Velma. Like this Zoe Deschanel. Okay? This look.
Well, no, if the hair the color it is, she would be a Daphne. Because she's got that strawberry blonde thing going with her hair.
But she had the, what do you call it? She was wearing orange throughout most of the movie. Like,
right.
And I was like, okay, I'll be honest, okay? I liked Daphne when I was a kid, but Velma's where it's at, okay? The brains, the bob.
I think the problem is they're attempting to make Zoe Deschanel's character look ugly or look not appealing, like she's supposed to be one of those outcast high school students that no one pays attention to. The problem is, it's Zoe Deschanel. She's fucking gorgeous.
Agreed.
So their way of uglifying her is giving her armpit hair, and everything she wears is on the same side of the color wheel. So it's all contrasting colors. Nothing matches.
True. Very true.
So, like, half her outfits are pink and orange together. No. Like, you just don't mix two things from the same side of the color wheel.
I'm not going to argue. You're right.
I'm a relatively straight man who wears black all day long. So even I know you don't take two things from the same side of the color wheel.
I don't know. I mean, some of the things you wore in terms of brownings and such, no.
I very rarely wear brown though.
Like you had like a big ass green, like dark green shirt, and then like some kind of like orangey brown.
Oh, I had khaki shorts and
yeah,
my construction worker yellow shirt.
No,
yeah, I know those don't go together.
You still wore it.
Yeah, because I don't give a fuck most of the time.
Then how dare you? Okay, no, I'm kidding.
But I'm not a beautiful man trying to accent my beauty. I'm fucking hideous in most situations.
Okay, that's not true. Okay, you have dad bod. Work it. By the way, for those of you who don't know, dad bod is straight for bear.
How dare you be right? Now shut up.
Okay. Like, it's an early 2000s high school movie, so you know there's going to be plenty of, if you don't follow anime, you will after this, or you'll find out what it is, fan service. There was no nudity in this movie. Well, we watched the regular version. We didn't watch the unrated version. Which...
Oh, we did watch the unrated version.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah. So,
the unrated version is just some little scenes go a little bit longer, and there's a couple more curses and swearing and shit like that. Yeah. Like, you get a lot more jokes with Sonny Bravery's character just being slutty.
Ah, yeah. Also, funniest scene I saw, especially with the reaction between Sonny and DJ.
Oh, the party when she
Yes.
first meets the character. It's like, you want to go upstairs with me?
And
You want to make out with me? You want to take my clothes off with your teeth? Okay, you talked me into it.
Exactly. Oh, God.
Aren't you coming?
And he's like...
Almost.
Almost, yeah.
And those lines are delivered as quickly as I just said them. It literally is, you want to go upstairs with me? You want to make out with me? You want to take my clothes off with your teeth? Okay, you talked me into it. Are you coming?
And then when... I'm sorry, I just remembered. The scene where he was trying to be a senior. He was like, yes, this is my year. I'm going to be a senior. I'm going to be noticed. I'm no longer a blip on the radar. And the entire time he's talking with his dad, Lyle Lovett, you can tell this is the most, like, not even preppy. This is the squarest motherfucker ever.
Yeah.
And then they get in, and then he tries to hit on the chick or something, and it didn't go well.
Yeah, I think her character is Tina?
Something like
Which
that.
is Rachel Stevens? I can't remember. I honestly... Her character is so unimportant to this entire movie that I forget her name completely.
Then he gets turned down, he goes back to her, and then he gets pushed away. He has a boner, somebody notices, and then he hits...
It's the 80-year-old librarian.
Oh, God, yes. With the grip of iron or steel. Like, what the fuck?
What are you hiding in your pants? What kind of weapon is that? It's mine now. That's my penis.
And then she said, we're going to have to go to the principal to see what this is about. He's like, let it go!
And then she breaks his penis.
Like that.
Bro, dick. Bro, dick. Bro, dick.
And
that's my favorite line of this movie.
Huh?
That's my favorite line of this movie. From
Really?
Broke dick. Well, this movie's a lot of favorite lines for me.
I was going to say.
You get good distance with the skinny ones.
The fuck?
Estelle. When she throws him off the mechanical bull.
Oh. Yes, I remember. Oh,
you get
God.
good distance with the skinny ones.
He was riding a mechanical bull. Eliza Dushku was on it, practicing or some shit. He's riding it for a bit, and then...
Yeah. So fun. This is another one of the movies, like, this can almost fall into the category of so bad it's good. Except, this movie was intentionally made to be that way. Like, this was the height of the raunchy comedy era at the end of the 90s into the early 290s. This is right in that gap of movies like the American Pie series and Road Trip.
I was gonna say,
You know, like stuff like that.
I mean, I would consider that raunchy, but this, I think, I put more along the lines of like, what was it?
Because this also definitely came out at the time when you had those R-rated good theatrical releases that still made a lot of money. But what everybody waited for is they waited the 6 months to see the movie for the unrated DVD to come out.
Okay,
So someone a joke like this movie, the unrated parts, they don't go more with the sexuality. They don't go more with the raunchiness. Yeah, the jokes. They have longer jokes. They have more jokes. The jokes are a little bit dirtier, but they're not totally inappropriate.
Or they get awkward, which was fucking amazing. Ileana, what was her name?
Ileana Douglas.
Ileana Douglas and Lyle Lovett. I wish they had made more movies together. Oh God, they would have made a pair.
Lyle Lovett is amazing. A lot of his movies I'm not a big fan of.
Why?
Sometimes Lyle Lovett is not that great of an actor. But this one, I fucking love him in this movie. Like, nobody else could play Bear. It had to be Lyle Lovett. And the interactions between him and DJ Cole. Dad, I'm telling you, absolutely do not do that.
And then they live in a trailer.
Yeah, like, I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to be here full time for you. And we'll figure it out as we go. Absolutely, under no circumstances should you do that. Next scene, they're in a trailer park.
Also, Ileana Douglas's character is trying to be helpful, but she's like one of those psychiatrists.
She's the worst guidance counselor ever.
Yes, like she reminds me of a psychiatrist I once knew who literally didn't care and literally prescribed shit like new pills every month almost.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, what's it called? Right after he breaks his dick, there's a scene where there's Gene Simmons as the Reverend we mentioned before in the mall, and at this time, DJ Qualls is high off his ass on I don't know what the fuck, and he's
whatever they gave him to control his Tourette's,
which now we know is not possible. But moving on, and then suddenly he literally word vomits an entire spiritual sermon, taking the mic from Gene Simmons, saying, "Can I get an amen?" and other such things about the devil and the troubles he had, and oh God, I honestly expected do you know what? How does it go? The troubles I've seen.
The troubles I've seen.
Nobody knows but Jesus. And yeah.
Some shit like that.
Exactly. And
we're not very religious people. So we're not up on gospel music.
Wait, what now?
I said we're not very religious people, so we're not proficient in the ways of gospel music.
No, I used to be Catholic, so
And some spirituals we are not allowed to sing.
We're not?
Well, there's no real reason why we shouldn't, except for the lack of melanin.
Oh, right. I forgot that. I don't see color. I'm kidding. No,
that's the most racist thing you've ever said.
No, it's not. I called you. I'm kidding. Okay. What's it called? I'm not racist. I just hate everybody.
Yes, that's fair.
No, but I mean,
I don't hate you because you're race. I hate you because you're human. It's your species I don't like.
You're human too.
Unfortunately.
Okay. Back to the movie.
You can choose your family. You can't choose your species.
You can't choose family either.
Damn it.
The fuck?
That's going to be a fun, long, awkward pause that we're going to leave in. We're going to leave it. We're going to leave this whole thing. Yes.
Fuck you.
That's one of those things that needs that long, awkward pause to be funny, though, because if you chop that out on me in the edited, it's just going to be stupid.
And what makes you think I don't want to make you look stupid?
I mean, I do a good enough job at that as it is.
Fine.
I mean, we talk for an hour at a time. 90% of the shit I say is dumb.
Okay, back to the movie, alright? Then he meets, what's his name? Fucking Eddie Griffin. I loved Eddie Griffin in the 90s and the early 2000s, and I love him here. I mean, goddamn. And the entire time, he's teaching him, and then he freaking DJ Qualls gets a tattoo on his, what do you call it, on his hand, like right between his index finger and his thumb.
The black spiders. It takes up the whole fucking back. Yeah, it takes up like all of this area. Not the whole back of the hand, but like from like the middle finger knuckle all the way across up to the thumb. Like that whole, like all the web of your hand.
Okay.
Black spiders.
Then afterwards, what's it called? After the
I
whole getting thrown by Estelle thing.
They're still third.
Shut up. After the whole getting thrown by Estelle, literally there's a guy who's like, they killed Paco, but in Spanish. And then he's like, okay. And then he kept saying, they killed Paco. And then he does the whole spider secret handshake thing. And then literally DJ Qualls does baseball signs, and then the guy says,
I think the white guy told me to steal third.
Which, I lost my ass off. Oh god. I fucking love that line. I don't know why, but I do.
Because it's dumb.
Fuck you.
That's the thing. That's why you love it so much. That's why so many of the jokes in this movie are so fun. They're so great. They're so fun. Because they're so fucking dumb. This is absolutely a turn your brain off and giggle movie.
Like, okay, I can't argue with that. You're right. Fuck it. I just, okay, maybe I want to see more from it, but I love this movie. I really do, because DJ Qualls, he does not look good. I mean, he's an ugly dude. I love him. He's a great actor. I do. But, my God. And then,
have you seen him recently?
What?
Like, he's aged like milk.
Hold on. I'm looking him up. Give me a sec.
Oh, yeah. Like, he's barely older than me. He's all gray hair. He looks like he's in his 90s. Glasses.
Images?
Oh, I see. That one's a good picture. Oh, there. Right there. Which one? Second row. One more down. With the glasses. That's what I see in like most things when I look him up.
He looks like an upper middle management type.
Yeah.
Wow.
What? That's what I mean. Like, if you just look up his general information, I think he's only like 3 or 4 years older than me.
Let's take a look. Alright. Like, I'll admit, he doesn't look great, but he definitely looks okay. He doesn't look as bad as they portrayed him in this movie at the beginning.
Yeah, but...
Alright, let's see. When's his birthday?
1978. Okay, so he's got about 13 years on me.
Wow.
What is that? Wait, hold on. I have to do math because I'm fucking stupid. So we have 9.
It's arithmetic, come on! Anyways, so... What?
It's that many.
Just say it!
I'm holding up 7 fingers because I literally had to count on my fingers how the fuck old this man was.
Alright, so he's 43.
Yes, he's 7 years older than me. He looks like he's 30 years older than me.
We'll agree to disagree. So...
Well, anyways. In that picture of him from 2014, that's not that bad.
We'll agree to disagree.
Recent pictures, that man's aged like fucking milk.
We'll agree to disagree. Moving on. Yeah. You have something you want to say to the class, cabron? Okay, this isn't the Muppets. That's in the other studio, okay? Not the menu. I'm in basement, fuck. God damn it, no. No, we're gonna get copyright strike. Anyways, so God damn it, where were we? Fuck. There was a point I was making. So you evil bastard. What? Why?
Because I could. That's why.
I hate you. Anyways, the new guy. Why?
Why not?
I'm trying to make a point and you're just distracting the fuck out of me. I've forgotten the same point like 3 times already, you evil bastard! Jesus. Okay, fuck. Where was I? God damn it! Okay, the new guy. Eddie Griffin, we had, and he helped him become a different person, basically, or act like a different person. They gave him different papers. They gave him a girlfriend, which is significant in the next scene. Well, later in the movie, whose name is Josefina. And
right, that's who Jai Rodriguez plays in this movie.
Okay,
he plays the cross-dressing prisoner. Yeah,
who was good-looking enough for Jerry what?
Jai Rodriguez is a attractive woman. He makes a very attractive woman.
Okay, so attractive enough to make Jerry O'Connell and Charlie O'Connell be like, yes, yes, and yeah.
Yeah, but it's Jerry O'Connell. It's the O'Connells. I mean, their yes response is female.
Okay, I'll be honest. I can't disagree, but at the same time, Jerry O'Connell has gotten a lot more mature since then.
Oh, wait, no, that's Josh Hartnett.
What?
I said, oh, wait, no, that's Josh Hartnett. Because I was going to go 40 Days a Night. Like, no, that's not Jerry O'Connell.
Wait, wasn't that Richard Gere?
No, Josh Hartnett.
Wait, okay, hold on. Who the hell is Josh Hartman then?
Hartnett.
Okay, spell it.
There it is. Second one down.
Who the hell is this guy?
The guy from 40 Days and Nights.
Moving on. So,
40 Days, something like that.
Okay, look. Point is... Stop it! You keep making me forget my points. God damn it.
Get to your points faster.
'Cause I don't fucking remember!
Okay, so he went to prison to visit Luther, and Luther was helping him become a badass, and they gave him a false ID and everything.
Which is totally believable only because it's prison. It's Texas. They literally have every single kind of criminal under one roof.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh. My favorite part of the prison is Henry Rollins' favorite part of the prison. The guy who escapes every day at 3 o'clock. So they chase him down with a horse and shoot him in the back of a beanbag round.
God damn it.
Every fucking day.
Also, wait, Henry Rollins was the warden or something, wasn't he?
I think he's the head guard, yeah.
Okay. This motherfucker was literally in the... What do you call it? In the
yard
area? In the yard? Yeah. And he was getting tattooed with him too. And basically everybody is in on it, being a part of the same spider-type gang. I was like, what the fuck? And then when he finally goes back to high school, what's it called? DJ Qualls is no longer at his old high school, something Creek. He's now at East Highland.
Creek. What? Rocky
Creek. Now he's at East Highland, and literally, they bring this motherfucker to high school in a penitentiary van that looks like something out of Silence of the Lambs. Literally, they have him like tied up like in a gimp mask and in a gimp suit, freaking like he was Hannibal Lecter.
Yep. And then as soon as they unshackle him, you just get Jermaine Dupri's character to like, he's a badass guard up until that point, and then as soon as they get the shackles off him, get back on the bus!
And before that, he whispers, "Good luck, kid."
Yeah.
Like, this movie is so much fun. Like, Jesus.
Otherwise, it's such a dumb movie, but it's so fun.
But that's not even the best part. Literally. He goes up the terrace, going up to the biggest, baddest mofo he could find in order to beat him up so that everybody else thinks that he's the biggest, baddest mofo.
Yeah.
He goes up there. And then
he manages to knock him out. But as soon as he does, like, everybody has already gone back inside, so there's no one around to see it. So he proceeds to drag this guy around. The character's name is Connor. I forgot who plays Connor.
Let's see, hold on. Who plays Connor?
You know, all you have to do is scroll within the page you were
Ross
on.
Patterson.
Yeah, Ross Patterson. He just proceeds to drag this guy around, who is twice his size. He's just dragging his unconscious body around the school, trying to set it up so that other people would see him. Even to the point where he tries twice to prop him up against a wall so he can hit the fire alarm to get people to come out into the hall.
No. First, he tries to take him up to the hall in order for people to see him, and he finally gets ready to throw him through the door, and then everybody's already in the class. Like, what the fuck? And then...
Right, he wakes up for a second, and he's looking like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, I'm gonna punch you through this door and me into infamy. And as soon as he pushes him through the door, the hall is magically clear. Everybody, all the classroom doors are closing simultaneously. Nobody's out there. It's like, you gotta be shitting me.
And then we have when he goes up, like he drags him down the hall until he can go to the fire
alarm. Yeah.
And then when he gets over there, he's literally dragging his body up, trying to put him against the wall. Like, God damn it. Like, you can hear him grunting.
I love how leading up to the scene, we get like 3 or 4 of him with full energy, like, who's the biatch now? And then punches him. Or then when he finally gets it to people, they just completely out of breath, wore out. This took like an hour to do it. It's like, who's the bitch? How?
Yes. Oh, God.
It's so fun.
So, instant respect. And then he starts getting asked to do stuff by the resident hot chick, Eliza Dushku.
Yes. And this was a great movie for her. Like, she's played a hot cheerleader before. I mean, before this movie came out, she can Bring It On, which was,
exactly.
98, 99? Literally just a few years before this movie. I think she's a better cheerleader in this one than that one. Just because this doesn't focus so much on being a cheerleader. That's more of just, like, all you have to do is look pretty for the camera. That's it. That's all we need you for.
She's still kind of badass.
She is. I'm saying, like, I like her better in this movie. I mean, there's the obvious reasons I like her better in this movie. But
yes, because you're a red-blooded American.
Absolutely. But there's also, like, I just think this is a better role for her than in Bring It On. Because Bring It On, the character Missy, like, she starts the movie as this badass who used to be a gymnast, and she has that kind of punk look about her. Like, she looks like a badass. Who then becomes this super preppy cheerleader. Like, she turns into one of the blonde, bubbly people without dyeing her hair blonde. At least in this movie, she stays that kind of punk badass the whole time.
True.
So it fits better for her. I think that's why I like her in True Calling more than I like her in Dollhouse. For TV shows. True Calling, she was more punky in that one too. Well, Dollhouse, she was, even though she was the lead character, she was also more of the damsel in distress in half the episodes.
Okay. I get that. I can see that.
It's just a role that doesn't seem to fit Eliza Dushku right. At least to me.
Alright, now, one thing that this movie, loved to do. The name of the new high school for DJ Qualls is East Highland. Eliza Dushku asks him to go to the game in order to have more people be at the school's games. They always lose, so it doesn't matter, but just be there because people respect you. People will want to go if you go. He goes. He sees that literally they're losing. Everything is lark. And you see a cameo of the coach riding a horse earlier. This motherfucker grabs the horse. He grabs a kilt and get up, paints his face, rides in, and then starts doing the...
He does the William Lawless monologue from Braveheart.
His own version of it. He shortens it a bit, but yeah. Literally. Just how... it's stupid. It's good. It's stupid. But I still love it.
Well, a few scenes later, he does almost the exact same thing, but he's standing in front of a flag. He's General Patton.
Yes. Oh, God.
And he's wearing the tanker's pants and the fucking helmet and everything. I love it. It's so stupid, but it's fun.
That's the kind of thing I kind of wish I could do in real life. Literally just put on a costume, play somebody for no fucking reason.
Oh, and then they're, towards the end of the movie, the final game, where it makes it look like not only did the team not show up, but none of the fans showed up.
Yeah.
And that's because they decided to perfectly reenact the scene where the Scottish army clashes with the British army.
Yes.
Including the speech and the claymore throw and the charge across the field. Realistically, at the distance they show, the entire football team would have just been wore the fuck out by the time they made it down to the field to go through the kickoff. They are a good 150 yards away from the field, running downhill through a field that is covered in horse ruts.
Yeah. And it's also dry as hell. They could probably trip on some shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This does highlight one thing for Eliza Dushku's character versus Sonny Maybury and the other kind of head slutty cheerleader, because I can never remember that actress's name. She's barely credited because I can't find her in the IMDb of this. When they showed them running, you can tell that this movie was shot not long after they did Bring It On, and that she's still in really good shape from having played a gymnast in her previous movie, because she is outpacing half the crowd running through this fucking field. She looks like she's barely breaking a sweat, but you can see in the camera she is at a full run. She's keeping up with the fucking horse.
Okay, not quite that good.
Almost. She's not far behind the galloping horse.
I'll give you that. Fine. Yes. We all know Eliza Dushku was a badass. I would still say she is a badass.
Well, yeah, considering they think their uniform had heels.
What?
Oh, the uniform for that last game, it's more revealing. I want to say they had heels too, so that means she ran through that field in heels.
Holy shit!
It might have been a little kitten heel booty, but it's still.
I salute anybody who runs in heels. Literally.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oh, God. The
fucking Jurassic Park.
Movies. Or Jurassic World. Whatever.
Jurassic World, yeah. And I love how, even though people have been shown proof of her training to do that scene in heels, so she practically learned how to run in high heels so she could do that scene. And she was actually picked up good fucking speed.
Yeah.
Everyone still trolls with that's not realistic. There's no way a person can run like that in heels. Like, they showed her training. There's lots of videos of the fact of her saying she did it practically. She herself has mentioned multiple times. Yeah, she wore the heels she practiced in were actually higher than the heels she had to wear for the scene.
Like,
just so she would have that better balance.
I remember my little brothers and I were talking about that, how you cannot do that in heels. No, like she will hurt herself, like, out of concern. Yeah. Not like, the hell she did. No. It was like, no. Like, Bryce Dallas Howard is one of my favorite actresses. And, like, and then we find out, Bryce Dallas Howard's a badass.
Well, like, I think I was one of the few people who, like, as soon as I saw it, and I heard people like, oh, that doesn't realistic. You can't run like that in heels. I'm like, have you never seen the band Bond in concert? Like, these are 5 women, who play classical instruments. They play cello, viola, violin, stuff like that. It is 4. They're a string quartet. But they play rock versions of classical music with electrified instruments. But they do a whole concert with choreography, including jumps. Like, they get air. They're in tight skirts and heels. Very, very high stiletto heels.
Jesus.
And they're doing full jumps off of the... Like, if you've ever seen Lindsay Sterling, the way she jumps, add stilettos to that, and that's all 4 women of Bond.
Wow. Ladies, more power to you. Damn.
So, like, yeah, like, I've seen women do stunts in heels that you should not be able to do in heels. And I think anybody who's seen any female pop star in concert, especially Korean pop stars, you've seen some shit done in heels that should not be done in heels. So, yeah, like, athleticism in the type of clothing that you should be very restrictive for any form of athleticism. It's a thing.
Yeah. I don't doubt. Like, there's probably a discipline for that at this point, isn't there?
There should be.
I mean, freaking, like, I can think of moves in, like, those big, bulky, what are those things called? Like, sword fighting in, like, suits of armor and shit, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, that can be really fucking annoying, but it can be done. Because you have so much extra weight and you have to have so much strength, and yeah.
It is always just interesting to see stuff like this, though.
No. Alright, back to the movie.
Ooh. I randomly thought of another just fun, Sonny Mabry being slutty scene.
God damn it.
When they introduce her to the character Kurt, who is he's a heavy-set black man. And she literally goes through if I had met you like a week ago, I probably would just never, I would have just left you here. I would just totally dismissed you, but I would have walked away and wiggled my ass just so you know what you're missing out on. And he responds to her with, yeah, the world's all upside down right now. And she goes, and in a few minutes, you will be too.
And then we proceed to hear the lyrics to, what's the name of that song? Fuck. Hold on.
Shit. There's a song list in one of these. I know it when I see it.
Like, whip it. Let it
whip it. Yes,
whip it, baby. And, like, literally, this motherfucker starts dancing to it and, like, singing it and, like, going really into it when they're practicing. And he's like,
right,
what?
Like the whole rest of the band stops playing and he's still, like, singing and he's so into it. He's like, hey, I finally understand that song, so fuck y'all.
Exactly. I fucking love that scene. Oh, jeez.
And I love that they're a funk band, Because they're, except for Kirk, these are the whitest people ever, including the Asian guy, fucking Perry. Like, this is the whitest band ever, playing this amazing funk music, and of course they have to play that funky music.
White boy.
Play that funky music.
One complaint about the singing and such, and I'm being honest. Zoe Deschanel is a great singer. She was underutilized in this, and I don't know what happened, but she was playing, like, she was purposely singing bad, I swear.
Well, she's also way better for folk stuff and rock. Like, I understand not hitting the funk, because the funk, you gotta get that, kind of that soul in your voice, you gotta get down. Like, DJ Qualls did amazing, especially getting those voice transitions where you're the,
okay, him, yes. Zoe, though, come on. Like,
it's understandable, but
what?
I mean, yeah, we know she's a better singer and a better guitar player than that.
I'm pretty sure she didn't play guitar on this.
She probably played some, but yeah, it's probably mostly dubbed over. Because, especially, like, I am slightly musically inclined. I'm not very musically inclined. I know little bits on instruments, but there's a bit in the opening of the movie that is very cringy, because me and Jorge, we both know better, and that is Zoe Deschanel and DJ Qualls are carrying their instruments. Like, Zoe Deschanel is a bass player. No, she's a guitarist, and DJ Qualls is bass.
Yeah.
They do not have their instruments in a case. They don't have them in a soft bag. They don't have them in a hard case. They don't have any type of protection around these instruments. And they are not using cheap Walmart knockoff fucking instruments. They've got some money invested in these things, and they're just carrying them around, barely cradling in the neck. Like, you're gonna fuck up these really expensive instruments. Put them in a case!
Exactly. I mean, what's it called? It was literally after a rain. It was raining on the way to school. It's like, what is wrong with you people? No!
Yeah. I mean, I know about taking care of instruments from real life, but you know what really taught me the importance of always putting your instrument in a case?
What?
Anime. Beck had an entire episode about the guy warped the neck of his guitar because he never put it in the case and just left it sitting on the guitar stand all the time.
Yeah.
So, but he always had it wrong in the guitar stand. They didn't have it cradled the right way. And then another anime that also taught me was, which one of the Love Life? School Life? School Life.
No,
Love Life. Love Life. Yeah. Where, again, they have an entire episode of the girl, she warps the neck of the guitar, and something's wrong with the head because she keeps banging it on stuff because she just carries the guitar out in the open. But she doesn't even have a guitar stand in her room, so she's just propping it up against the wall all the time.
Unfortunately.
But anime taught me the importance of store your fucking instrument.
Mine was experience. I had a very cheap Walmart Fender knockoff. You know, it was a Stratocaster, and I fucked up that instrument. I really did. I still have it. I have to get rid of it somehow, but it's not playable anymore. No.
Yeah, I've got one of those cheapy Walmart acoustics upstairs. It's in a case. It's in a hard case right now. This is a guitar that was given to me. And I know it's one of those cheap Walmart ones because it was still in its little box. I don't know where I got this guitar case from, but I have just had a guitar case for years. I played with it for a little while, and then I put it in a case because I knew I was going to be using it a lot. Like, even I know, store your fucking instrument the right way.
I mean,
So yeah, it was slightly cringy at the very beginning of the movie. Just to like, no, don't ruin such good instruments.
I mean,
Don't carry them openly through this giant parking lot full of people who hate your character.
and there's still rainfall from the trees. No.
Yes. I mean, it's Texas. When it rains, it floods.
Yeah.
And after it rains, it's ungodly humid.
Okay.
Put your guitar in a case.
One bad part in a good movie, great movie. I would say this is a great movie. It's a turn your brain off movie, but it's fun as hell.
It's great. This is one of those best examples of the turn your brain off and be entertained.
Okay, now, this is going to be one scene in the movie where, before they're dating, Eliza Dushku invites DJ Qualls over to go swimsuit buying, and he's sitting down, and she's basically dancing around and giving him a show.
That entire scene is explained to be Luther's dream. They're like, I've been in prison for a long time.
Wait, what?
You forgot that?
Hold it. Really?
Yeah, when he's narrating, like, right when that scene ends, they show him again. They're like, okay, yeah, it might not have happened just like that, but I've been in prison for a long time.
Okay. But the reason, personally, I've had experience with girls who were like, let's go, we'll choose some shit. And literally, if you watched anime or seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about, where it's basically showing you, what do you think of this one, what do you think of this one, a little bit of flirting. And I never got the chance, because the people at the store were like, no. And I was like, okay, sorry, and left, or waited for them to choose their swimsuits, and okay, let's go.
I've had the opposite experience.
I know. You lucky son of a bitch!
Oh, that's what my life is, dumb lucking my way into things.
I feel so cheated after hearing that, because literally, we talked about this when we watched this movie. I was like, I had the opportunity a couple times, never happened, so I know this is unrealistic. And then this motherfucker comes out and says, "What are you talking about? I've had that. I will hate him for the rest of his days, and he will not know with how much passion until that day comes."
How do you know it's worth spending the money on if you've not seen them wear it first?
Yes, I know. And then suddenly, they didn't care and still kicked me out. Motherfuckers. And, okay.
It's called charisma, motherfucker. It's called charisma.
Charisma with a goddamn store owner? Really?
Charisma is never the dump stat.
Whatever. What we got? What? Why the extra laugh?
I fucking could.
Hold on, where's the bottle cap? I'm throwing it at you.
Stop throwing bottle caps at me. I have to pick those up.
I help you clean.
Yeah, but you never find the bottle caps. I have to find those.
Hold on, where are pennies? I'll shoot them at you like a freshman.
Definitely don't throw fucking pennies.
Why not? And I'll shoot them at you like a freshman.
Expensive equipment here. Don't throw shit that will hurt the equipment.
It's not copper anymore. What is it? Nickel and zinc?
Still, it's metal.
Okay, fine. I'll buy plastic pennies.
Get a Nerf gun.
I am not shooting you with Nerf.
Why?
Because
I get to shoot you back as you do.
The hell you do. Okay, so what you're saying is you can see. You cannot shoot me back, but you will burp at me.
Exactly.
Ew. It's still worth it to shoot him even if he burps, but still.
I'll show up at your house in the middle of the night and I will burp at you in your sleep.
Ew. Alright, no, but, I mean, I think we've said all that needs to be said about this movie. It's a great movie. If you have a chance to watch the unrated version, do it.
Yeah, even if you don't see the unrated version, like, just the regular theatrical release is so great. Like, the unrated version, like, put it this way, there's so little has changed between the theatrical release and the unrated version. They're both the exact same running time.
Very true. Very true.
Like, it's literally like certain lines are changed. They're different. And there are a few that are cut out, but they're replaced with other things. Like the scene where he finds out that Alana Douglas is dating his dad. That entire scene is different in the theatrical release. But it's still there.
Very true.
So, yeah, there might be a few seconds difference in the running time, but in terms of minutes, they still both come out around 88, 89 minutes.
Right.
Woohoo!
Remember, like, comment, subscribe.
And listen to good funk music from this movie. It's amazing. The entire opening scene is just, it's James Brown. It's an entire James Brown song with a child in a fro and golden boxers dancing. I mean, it's so stupid that it's fun. Like, yeah, get on up. Especially when he goes down and he does the splits. I hurt myself.
Yeah, oh god.
Oh, that's the best part.
Alright, remember people, come back. We love you. Fuck you people. Fuck you especially. Bye.
Love you too, buddy. Bye bye.